trying out for teams, but he's doing it in the wrong sport. Tim Tebow should be trying out for NFL teams right now, Stephen A. There are a couple of teams that could use him. The 49ers, for example, they got a poor man's Colin Kaepernick and Tim Tebow, and if Kaepernick's issue is a dead arm, or if that's a code word for an injury or whatever it is that's keeping him off the field, or that he can't rally the locker room and rally the troops because he asked out, and what you need is a poor man's Tim Tebow who can rally the troops and inspire the locker room. Excuse me, poor man's Kaepernick. That's Tim Tebow. And how about the Denver Broncos, who are looking to start Simeon in the preseason because Sanchez ain't hacking it, because they have a rookie that they don't want to start? How about the Denver Broncos, who won the Super Bowl last year with a quarterback who threw 9 touchdowns and 17 interceptions? Do you know what Tim Tebow, who is 7-4 lifetime as the Broncos quarterback, I may add, lifetime, he's not 9 touchdowns and 17 interceptions. He's 17 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. If he were in football shape, he would be worthy of at least a look by the Denver Broncos. I know what I did to you just then.
You're making him very annoyed, I think.
We sprung this on him.
Just so America knows, Molly was aware what you were going to say.
Blindsided.
You were aware of what you were going to say. The producers here at First Take were aware of what you were going to say, but nobody told me. I was not aware of this. Because, see, they know that I would not have allowed this subject on the show. The fact that you would sit up here with a straight face and talk to me about how Tim Tebow should be a quarterback. See, this is the nonsense that folks get into. Let me be very, very clear, because I'm trying to be nice. He's going to try out for Major League Baseball teams in about a week or so. He's my friend. I don't root against him, but the fact of the matter is I'm a realist. I am a realist, and the man cannot throw. And see, what the shame for all of you and all of you. All of you.
Sound like my grandmother.
All of you. Here's the problem. Everybody wants to shove aside the criteria that comes along with being a professional quarterback. What y'all do is so disrespectful to NFL quarterbacks everywhere, because they have an obligation to know how to throw the football. They have an obligation to know how to stand in the pocket and actually fling a football. Their definition of playing a quarterback is not running the football half the damn time, okay? Which is what Tim Tebow does. You know this, everybody does this. It's a shame. It is an absolute shame. And by the way, when he lucked up and threw that touchdown pass against the Pittsburgh Steelers, when he connected with Demaryius Thomas on a slant pattern that he scampered 80 yards for to win a playoff game. When he went 7-4, I can't look at it. When he went 7-4, okay, here's my question to everybody. What year was that? What is it, 2011, 2012? Which year was that? I don't even remember the year. I try to scratch it from the crevices of my mind because it's one of my most painful experiences watching the NFL. Yet here we are. It is the year 2016. Tim Tebow has been irrelevant as an NFL player for at least 3 years. At least 3 years, okay? And here y'all are sitting here talking about him. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. All of you should be ashamed of yourselves. Listen, I'm upset that he's going to even have eyeballs watching him perform and try out for Major League Baseball. Because
we should do our show there.
I don't think, no, hell no.
We should take it on the road.
Let's go on the road.
Y'all are more than welcome to come.
Tuesday, August 30th from LA. Max and I will do the show.
I got plenty of reasons to be in LA. I promise you I wouldn't be there for that. I would not show up for Tim Tebow.
I want to say something about Tim Tebow now, and I want to address your specific points about him. He went 7-4, and I understand in the NFL, it's okay, you did that, that's great, and you talk about lucked up and threw the pass and won a playoff game, by the way, but okay. Part of it is the evaluators look and see, is what you did repeatable? In other words, yeah, you did it, but it's a small sample size, and what we're talking about here correlation, like you were the quarterback and they won, or is it causal? We won because you were.
What the hell are you talking about?
We won.
I mean, I don't even understand what you're talking about.
We won because you were the quarterback. Now, I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know if he lucked up or if he inspired his team to win. But we will never know if he never gets another chance. How would you know?
It's that bogus nonsense right there. So he's inspirational.
Yeah,
he is
in a full contact sport.
Y'all need to stop it. Y'all need to stop it.
In a full contact sport, that stuff matters.
Listen. I don't want the Christian coalition out there coming after me because I get on Tim Tebow. Because when you say inspiration, you know where I'd go. You know where I'd go with that. I don't even want to get started. My mother loves Tim Tebow, okay? I need to watch my mouth because Mama's watching me. Y'all make me sick. This is nonsense. Let me tell y'all something right now. Let me tell y'all something right now. Please, let me tell you something right now. Tim
Universe
Tebow
is telling you something. Your mama,
listen.
Your co-workers.
Excuse me.
Speaking
Tim Tebow is trying out for Major League Baseball, and they're sending teams to flock for him. Do you know what, as a quarterback, this man's a two-time national champion. He's a Heisman Trophy winner.
So he can play at a certain level, right?
Listen to me. And still, we sit here. Do you know that Terrell Pryor is probably a better quarterback than Tim Tebow in terms of throwing a football? They moved him to wide receiver. Okay? Are you kidding me? But Tim Tebow, who's been away from the game, who got stained and contaminated by Rex Ryan in terms of how you use a quarterback on an offense. And before that, he had only completed 46% of his passes. And y'all talking about him being a quarterback. Y'all are ridiculous.
I got to say something else about technique and that kind of stuff.
Please, go ahead. Wax eloquently. Why didn't you become a scout? Because if you're going to sit there trying to sell me, if you're going to sit there trying to sell me on Tim Tebow being a quarterback in the NFL, I mean, why don't you just become a scout?
Technique and even passing percentage, all that stuff is a means to an end. Now, even if for the vast majority of people who ever lived, you simply can't get by without it, that doesn't mean for everyone. There are always exceptions to rules, and maybe, just maybe, Tim Tebow in a full contact sport, I agree, doesn't look like a great quarterback, but he's a football player. He's athletic. Maybe there's something about Tebow that is clutch enough. He always does better in fourth quarters than the first three quarters. That is inspirational enough.
I can't take it.
Whatever it is,
I just can't take it.
where the
I can't take
technique
it.
is
I'm not dealing with this.
It's all a mute point because he's a baseball player now, gentlemen. Football's over. And I want to do the show there. You're the boss. Can we do the show there?
Hold on. That's exactly my point. You just brought up the biggest point.
What?
This man is trying out for baseball.
Yeah.
But we talking football because somehow, some way, we know his behind ain't gonna be no baseball.
Of course
player,
not.
Okay, and he ain't no football player. What Tim
Do the Broncos need a quarterback?
Here's what Tim Tebow needs to do.
They win a playoff game with Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow, listen, leverage is everything.
They win a Super Bowl with a guy who threw 9 touchdowns and 17 interceptions.
What Tim Tebow needs to do, I'm gonna tell you what Tim Tebow needs to do. Tim Tebow needs to recognize that he does a damn good job being an analyst for the SEC with ESPN, and he need to bring his butt back here and work on weekends covering college football for this network. That's what Tim Tebow needs to do. Okay? What Tim Tebow doesn't need to be doing is trying to be a quarterback, and he damn sure don't need to be trying to play baseball. That's what he needs to do.
I'm going to give you two numbers. Right. 17 and 9. Which one do you wish you were touchdowns, and which ones do you wish were interceptions? 17 and 9. That's Tebow as a Bronco in his career. 17 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Last year they won the Super Bowl with Peyton, 9 touchdowns, 17 interceptions.
I would take Peyton Manning on crutches in the pocket before I take Tim Tebow.
Yeah, me too, but he's retired.
Stop.
What size do you want your baseball jersey?
Please, you can say whatever you want. Y'all go ahead. Y'all go out there and do Tim Tebow in L.A. I'll be chilling out having dinner. I got plenty of stuff to do in L.A. It won't be a Tebow trial. I promise you that.
We're going to L.A.
We made something happen.
Oh, y'all going? Bye.
You're coming
out. I'm not going. I'm not going. Why? To watch him strike out?
Oh, you'll come because you want to come for other reasons. Madden thinks so. We'll react to that when we come back here on First Take. We're a little out of control today.